Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Deep Dive.
Mm.
Today we are going to be talking all about go-to-market strategies,
Yeah,
especially for all those daring startups out there.
right.
It's like having this amazing fashion design, totally groundbreaking,
Yeah,
but no runway to show it off.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, what's the point?
right. It's got to get out there.
And speaking of fashion and knowing how to get your product seen,
Yeah.
a big shout out to our sponsor, Cloutfit.a.
Oh, nice.
They're rocking the B2B fashion commerce scene using the power of AI to boost user engagement and revenue.
Oh, wow.
So I bet they've got a pretty killer GTM strategy themselves.
I bet so.
But let's break this down a little bit for our listeners.
Yeah.
What exactly makes a GPM strategy tick?
Ow.
Why is it like the holy grail, especially for startups just starting their adventure?
So a go-to-market strategy, or GTM, is like the DNA of your business's journey to success.
Okay,
It's the roadmap that takes you from, aha, great idea,
right.
to actually seeing your product make waves in the market.
So it's more than just a marketing plan, right?
Absolutely. It's the whole shebang.
Yeah.
Product development, marketing, sales, you name it.
Right.
It's about making sure you're not just building something cool,
Yeah.
but something people actually want and are ready to grab with both hands.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
Like knowing your audience before you even hit the sewing machine.
exactly.
So where does this whole GTM adventure usually begin?
Well, first things first, you've got to nail that product market fit.
Oh, yeah.
The legendary PMF.
PMF.
It's all about making sure your product isn't just a pretty face.
Right.
It's solving a real problem for real people.
Yeah.
Think of it as that moment when you find the perfect pair of jeans.
Oh, yeah.
They fit like a dream and make you feel like $1,000,000.
You mean like those noise-canceling headphones that changed my life?
Exactly.
Like, I can't live without them now.
And a great example of nailing PMF is Slack.
Okay.
They obsessed over customer feedback, tweaking, and refining their product until users were absolutely hooked.
Wow.
That's one of the secrets behind their massive success.
So it's not enough to just create something you think is cool.
Nope.
You've got to make sure it solves a real problem for real people.
Yeah.
But how do you even find those right people in the first place?
That's where things get strategic.
Okay.
Customer segmentation and targeting, my friend.
Okay.
You can't just aimlessly throw your product out there and hope it sticks.
Right.
You need to pinpoint your ideal customer, the one who's practically begging for your solution.
Oh.
Imagine trying to sell winter coats in the Sahara Desert.
Oh, yeah?
Not your ideal target market.
Not at all. No.
No.
Okay, so picture this. I've got this amazing new software.
Okay.
Should I be pitching it the same way to a small boutique and a giant fashion house?
That's a great question.
Probably not right.
You got it.
Okay.
That's why understanding your customer is crucial.
Right.
You wouldn't use the same sales pitch for a tech-savvy teenager and
Yeah.
a luxury brand executive. Each audience has its own unique needs and desires.
Okay, so we've got our product.
Yeah.
We know who we're going after.
Uh-huh.
But how do we actually reach them?
Right.
I mean, there are so many ways to get the word out these days.
Oh my gosh, so many.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
So,
That's why choosing the right distribution channels is key.
okay.
Are your customers hanging out on a specific app store?
Right?
Are they all about online shopping?
Yeah.
Or do they prefer that personal touch of a direct sales interaction?
Right.
The key is to meet them where they are.
It's like setting up shop in the right neighborhood.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm thinking of Kareem, the ride-hailing giant in the Middle East. They totally nailed it by partnering with local governments and transportation authorities.
That was a really smart move.
Super smart move, especially in a region where ride-sharing was pretty new.
Yeah, they built trust
Yeah.
and navigated regulations like pros.
And speaking of partnerships,
Yes.
they can be the secret weapon
Oh, for sure.
for startups looking to skyrocket their GTM.
Absolutely.
Okay, this is where I'm all ears.
Okay.
Tell me more about these strategic alliances and how they can give startups that extra oomph.
Partnerships are all about teaming up with others who complement your strengths.
Okay.
Think of it like a fashion collaboration.
Okay.
You're a brilliant designer,
Yeah.
but you need a savvy marketer to get your clothes on the runway. Together, you're unstoppable.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
So it's about finding the right partners to amplify your message and reach a wider audience.
Yeah.
And what about Kareem? Any other partnership tricks up their sleeve?
Oh, they didn't stop there.
Okay.
Kareem went on to partner with local businesses for employee transport,
Smart.
totally understanding those regional needs.
Right.
It's like they knew exactly what the market was craving.
Yeah, it's like a perfectly tailored outfit,
Yeah.
fitting every occasion.
Yes.
And I remember hearing about Anghami,
Uh-huh.
the Middle East answer to Spotify. What was their partnership strategy?
Angagami totally nailed it.
Ah.
They partnered with over 40 telecom operators.
Oh, wow.
Pure genius.
Yeah.
They knew credit card usage was limited in the region,
Hmm.
so they let users subscribe through their mobile plans.
That is brilliant.
Talk about understanding your market.
No, that's thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
Partnerships are clearly a game changer.
Oh, for sure.
But we're living in the age of AI, right?
Oh, yeah.
How is that shaking up the GTM game?
AI is the ultimate fashion stylist for your GTM strategy.
Oh, okay.
It's taking things to a whole new level of speed and precision.
Wow.
AI-powered tools are becoming essential for everything,
Okay.
from analyzing trends to creating personalized marketing campaigns.
So it's like having a personal AI assistant helping you pick out the perfect outfit for your brand.
Absolutely.
Tell me more.
Imagine AI chatbots providing 247 customer support,
Okay.
tailoring recommendations to each individual shopper,
That's amazing.
or AI algorithms analyzing mountains of data.
To figure out the most effective marketing strategy.
Wow.
It's like having a fashion oracle predicting the next big trend.
AI sounds like a dream come true.
It is pretty amazing.
But it can't possibly do everything right.
You're right. AI is a powerful tool, but it's not about replacing human intuition and creativity.
Right.
It's about finding that perfect balance.
Yeah.
Using AI to enhance our strategies, not dictate them.
I love that perspective.
Yeah.
So we've talked about the importance of product market fit,
Yes.
customer segmentation, choosing the right channels, the power of partnerships, and the rise of AI.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm dying to see how these concepts play out in the real world.
Right.
Do we have any juicy case studies lined up?
Oh, we've got some good ones.
Really?
We're going to dive deep into Slack and Kareem,
Okay.
two companies that totally rocked their GTM strategies.
Awesome.
By looking at their journeys, we can learn a ton about what works and what doesn't, no matter your industry or market. Before we get into those case studies, let's take a quick break to hear from our sponsor.
Okay, sounds good.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more deep dive goodness.
All right, see you in a minute. Welcome back, everyone. Now let's get into those case studies.
I'm ready to learn. Let's start with Slack.
Okay.
They've become like the go-to for workplace communication.
Yeah.
How did they manage to grow so fast?
Slack is the poster child for product-led growth.
No.
Instead of relying on traditional marketing, they poured their energy into creating a product so good,
Right.
it practically sold itself.
So they let the product do the talking.
They knew if they built it, people would come.
Clever.
Yeah.
But how do they make sure people actually wanted what they were building?
They were obsessed with user experience, constantly gathering feedback and tweaking their product.
Okay.
They had this almost fanatical focus on achieving that perfect product market fit, and it worked.
Okay.
Users loved it, and they couldn't stop talking about it.
So it was like a wildfire of word-of-mouth marketing? Wow.
Happy customers became their biggest advocates, spreading the Slack love organically.
Right.
Combine that with their freemium model where people could try it for free, and bam, massive adoption.
Oh, wow.
It's proof that a killer product can be its own best marketing tool.
That's such a great lesson.
Yeah.
Build something people love, and they'll do the marketing for you.
Sure.
Now let's talk about Kareem.
Okay.
They dominated the ride-hailing scene in the Middle East, but they took a different route than Slack.
Absolutely. Kareem's success was all about localization and strategic partnerships.
Okay.
They understood that a one-size-fits-all approach wouldn't cut it in a diverse region like the Middle East.
Well, it's not just about translating your app.
No,
It's about understanding the culture, right?
you nailed it.
Okay.
They went beyond translation.
Right.
They offered features like cash payments, knowing that credit cards weren't as common in some areas.
Right.
They even had scheduled rides because they understood that people in some cultures like to plan ahead.
That's so smart. They adapted to the way people actually live their lives.
Yeah.
But let's talk more about those partnerships.
Okay.
It sounds like they were key to Kareem's success.
Partnerships were their secret sauce.
Okay.
They knew building trust was crucial, especially in a market where ride sharing was new.
Yeah.
So they partnered with local governments and transportation authorities,
Right.
giving them instant credibility.
It's like getting the official seal of approval.
Exactly.
When we talked earlier about how they partnered with local businesses.
Exactly. They partnered with companies to provide employee transport,
Right.
demonstrating they understood the specific needs of that market.
So we've got Slack winning hearts with their awesome product,
Yeah.
and Kareem weaving themselves into the fabric of the Middle East through partnerships.
Yeah.
What are some key takeaways here for startups? Are there any common threads?
Despite their different approaches, both Slack and Kareem nailed the fundamentals of a winning GTM strategy.
Okay.
They obsessed over understanding their customers
Right.
and tailoring their approach accordingly. And they both knew how to use the right distribution channels,
Yeah.
whether it was viral word of mouth or strategic partnerships.
It's like they both found the perfect runway to showcase their unique styles.
Yeah.
So no matter your product or market, understanding your customer is everything.
Absolutely.
Now let's talk about a whole new challenge. Startups entering new markets.
Yeah, right.
It's like stepping into a whole new world full of possibilities, but also potential pitfalls.
Entering a new market, whether it's a new country or a new customer segment, is like launching a new fashion line.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
You've got to do your research
Uh-huh.
and make sure your designs will resonate with that audience.
So you're saying it's not as simple as just taking your product
No,
and dropping it into a new market.
it's not copy and paste.
There's more to it than that.
A lot more.
Okay.
Cultural differences can make or break you.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
You need to understand those nuances. Imagine a brand launching a marketing campaign that accidentally offends a cultural value.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's a disaster.
Yikes. So how do startups avoid those kinds of cultural faux pas?
Thorough market research is key.
Okay.
You need to understand the local customs preferences, even humor.
Right.
It's about more than just language translation.
Right.
It's about connecting with people on a deeper level.
It's like learning the local fashion rules.
Exactly.
You don't want to show up to a black tie event in a swimsuit.
Exactly. And it's not just about cultural differences.
Right.
There are often regulatory hurdles to navigate as well.
Oh, yeah.
Different countries have different laws, different ways of doing business.
Uh-huh.
You need to understand those complexities.
So you're saying legal expertise is just as important as market research?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Engaging with local legal counsel can save you a ton of headaches down the road.
Okay.
It's like having a guide who can help you navigate those tricky legal waters.
It sounds like entering new markets is a complex dance of cultural sensitivity and legal know-how.
It is.
But let's not forget about building trust.
Right.
How does a newcomer, especially from a different region, gain the confidence of new customers?
Building trust is like building a loyal customer base.
Okay.
It takes time and consistency.
Right.
You need to prove that you understand the local market and you're committed to providing real value.
Yeah.
Testimonials and case studies can be really powerful, especially if they come from people within that new market.
It's like getting endorsements from local fashion influencers.
Exactly.
People trust recommendations from those they admire.
Yeah. Participating in local events and industry conferences can also boost your credibility.
Oh.
It's about showing up and becoming part of the community, not just trying to sell something from the outside.
So it's about building relationships, not just transactions.
Absolutely.
Now let's talk about the people who can make or break a startup.
All right.
Investors.
Oh, yeah, those guys.
What do they look for in a GTM strategy?
Hmm.
What makes their eyes light up and say, I want in?
Investors are like fashion critics. They're looking for that it factor.
Right.
They want to see a GTM strategy that's not just trendy, but timeless and built to last.
So it's not enough to have a cool idea.
Yeah.
You need to show them how you're going to turn that idea into a fashion empire.
Exactly. First and foremost, they want proof of product market fit.
Yeah, man.
It's not enough to say your product is awesome. You need to show them the data.
The data, okay.
Early customer traction pilot programs, even waitlists. These are the things that make investors sit up and take notice.
So it's about showing them there's a real demand, a hungry audience waiting for what you're serving up.
Yeah.
What else are they looking for?
They want to see that, your customer inside and out.
Okay.
Saying you're targeting everyone is a big no-no.
Yeah, too broad.
Investors want to see that you've identified a specific niche
Right.
and you've got a laser-focused plan to reach them.
That's like saying I'm designing clothes for every woman on the planet.
Too broad.
Too broad.
Precisely.
Okay.
And of course, they're looking for a strong value proposition.
Yeah.
What makes your product stand out from the crowd?
Right.
Why should customers choose you over the competition?
It's about having a unique style, a story that resonates with people.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing investors are also looking at the numbers.
Oh, of course.
They want to see that this is a viable business.
You bet.
Okay.
They want to see a financially sound plan,
Right.
a clear path to acquiring customers efficiently and scaling your business.
Okay.
They'll dig into your unit economics,
Oh, yeah.
analyzing things like customer acquisition cost
Yeah.
and lifetime value.
Sheet and LTV.
They want to know you're building something sustainable and profitable.
So you're saying you need to prove you can make money, not just beautiful clothes.
Right.
What about the team?
Oh, the team.
Is that factor into an investor's decision?
The team is everything.
Right.
Investors are ultimately betting on the people behind the product. They want to see a team that's passionate, experienced, and resilient enough to weather the storms of the startup world.
Okay.
They want to see a group of people who can turn a vision into a reality.
It's like having a team of talented designers, seamstresses, marketers, and business people all working together to create a winning collection.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A strong team, coupled with a compelling GTM strategy, can be a startup's greatest asset.
Right.
It shows investors that you've got what it takes to succeed.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here. We've talked about nailing product market fit,
Yes.
choosing the right distribution channels, leveraging the power of partnerships, and navigating the world of investors.
It's a lot.
Now let's get practical.
Okay.
What are some concrete tips that startups can use to boost their GTM game?
There's no magic formula, but there are some tried and true best practices.
Okay.
First and foremost, focus is key.
Focus.
Don't try to be everything to everyone.
Yeah.
Start by identifying your most promising customer segment,
Okay.
that niche where your product truly shines. It's better to dominate a small market than struggle in a large one.
So find your tribe and become their go-to brand.
Yes.
What else?
Don't be afraid to experiment and iterate.
Okay.
Treat your GTM strategy as an ever-evolving masterpiece.
Oh.
Constantly test, gather feedback, and refine your approach based on real-world data.
Right?
The market is constantly changing, so you need to stay flexible and adapt.
It's like tweaking a design until it's absolutely perfect.
Exactly.
What about alignment?
Aligner.
How do you make sure everything is working together smoothly?
Make sure your product development, marketing, and sales teams are all on the same page.
Yeah.
They should be singing from the same song sheet,
Right.
reinforcing a consistent brand message,
Yeah.
and working towards the same goals.
Right.
Avoid silos and encourage collaboration across departments.
It's like making sure the fabric, the cut, and the accessories all work together to create a cohesive look.
Yes,
Now, I'm guessing data plays a big role in all of this.
data is your best friend. Keep a close eye on your unit economics from day one.
Right.
Track those crucial metrics like CAC and LTV to ensure your acquisition strategies are sustainable.
Okay.
If your CAC is sky high, you might need to explore more cost-effective marketing tactics. And if customer retention is an issue, it's time to revisit your product or onboarding process.
So use data to make informed decisions.
Yes.
Like a fashion designer, using analytics to understand what styles are trending.
Exactly.
Any other words of wisdom?
Absolutely.
Wrong.
Don't underestimate the power of community and your network.
Okay.
Get out there and connect with potential customers.
Right.
Engage in online forums, attend industry events, become a part of the conversation. Word-of-mouth marketing is incredibly powerful, especially for startups.
It's like having a network of fashion bloggers and influencers spreading the word about your brand.
Exactly.
What about customer education?
Oh.
Is that important?
Especially if your product is innovative or disrupts an existing market, you've got to educate your audience.
Right.
Content marketing, like blog posts, webinars, even social media posts can be powerful tools.
Okay.
It's about positioning yourself as a thought leader,
Right.
someone who understands the problems and offers solutions.
So it's not just about selling. It's about educating and empowering your customer.
Exactly.
And when it comes to budgeting, get creative.
Yeah.
Startups often operate with limited resources.
Yeah, you've got to be resourceful.
So you've got to be resourceful.
Maybe a targeted social media campaign will give you more bang for your buck than a traditional ad.
Right.
Collaborating with another startup can help you reach a wider audience without breaking the bank.
It's about working smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
Now, what about competition?
Oh, yeah.
It's a reality in any market.
Yeah.
How should startups approach it?
Keep an eye on your competitors, but don't get obsessed with them. Focus on what makes your product unique
Right.
and build your strategy around those strengths.
Yeah.
Remember, competition can be a good thing. It pushes everyone to innovate and improve.
So stay true to your vision and let your unique style shine through.
Yes.
And finally, how can startups ensure their GTM strategy stays relevant in a fast-paced market?
Build a culture of continuous improvement.
Oh, okay.
Regularly review your progress, Analyze the data,
Yeah.
and don't be afraid to make adjustments.
Right.
What worked last year might not work this year.
Right.
Stay agile, embrace feedback, and be willing to pivot when necessary.
It's like staying ahead of the fashion trends, always evolving and adapting to what's hot.
Exactly.
Now, before we wrap up, I want to touch on one more crucial element of GTM customer onboarding and success.
Okay,
What happens after a customer makes a purchase?
that's a great point.
Yeah.
A truly successful GTM strategy doesn't stop at the checkout.
Right.
It's about making sure your customers have an amazing experience with your product
Okay.
and achieve the results they're looking for.
So it's not just about making the sale, it's about building a lasting relationship.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Right. Invest in a smooth onboarding process that guides customers through those initial steps.
Right.
Provide helpful resources, answer questions,
Yeah.
and offer personalized support.
Okay.
Happy customers are your best advocates.
Right.
They're more likely to recommend your product,
Yep.
provide valuable feedback, and come back for more.
It's like offering a personalized styling session after someone buys a new outfit.
Exactly.
You want to make sure they feel confident and amazing in what they bought.
Yeah.
Now, before we move on, I want to circle back to our sponsor, Cloutfit.ai.
Oh, yeah. They're a shining example of a company that gets it.
Uh-huh.
They're using AI to revolutionize the fashion commerce experience.
Right.
And I'm sure they've got a killer GTM strategy driving their success.
They're definitely a company to watch.
For sure.
As we wrap up this deep dive into go-to-market strategies, I want to leave our listeners with a final thought. Think about your own venture or career goals. How can you apply these GTM principles to achieve greater success?
Yeah.
Whether you're launching a new product,
Yeah.
expanding into a new market, or just looking to level up in your career,
Yeah.
understanding how to get your product in front of the right people is a game changer.
It really is.
It's about thinking strategically, understanding your audience,
Right.
and crafting a plan that aligns your product or skills with the right opportunities.
Yeah.
It's about being adaptable, data-driven, and laser-focused on delivering value.
I love it.
So there you have it, folks. We've explored the fascinating world of go-to-market strategies.
It's been a journey.
From the importance of product market fit to the rise of AI and the art of navigating new markets.
Right.
We've seen how companies like Slack and Kareem found their paths to success.
Yeah, they're great examples.
And we've gained valuable insights into what investors look for when evaluating a startup's potential.
For sure.
And a huge thank you to our sponsor, Cloutfit.ai.
Yes, thank you.
They're showing the world how AI can revolutionize the fashion commerce experience.
It's incredible.
And they're a fantastic example of a company that truly understands the power of a well-executed GTM strategy.
Absolutely.
If you found this episode valuable, we'd love for you to share it with your network.
Spread the knowledge.
And don't forget to subscribe to The Deep Dive for more deep dives into the world of business tech and beyond.
We'll see you next time.
Until next time, keep diving deep and keep learning.